So what is the optimal order of investing? Because investing can be confusing, right? Most people hear investing and immediately think of the stock market because let's face it, it's everywhere. It's easy to start, you don't need a fortune, and options like index funds or ETFs make it feel safe and smart. Plus, with an average annual return of 10% over the long run, who wouldn't be tempted? But is jumping into the stocks the first thing you should do with your money? No, it's not. The first thing you should do is hit that subscribe button on my channel. It's free, it's easy, and unlike some of your investments, it guarantees results. Let me pop up in your feed with videos that will save you money and help you grow it too. Now, let's dive into the real first step. Build an emergency fund. Think of this as your financial safety net. It's the money set aside in a safe place to protect you from life surprises like a car breaking down, a medical emergency, or God forbid, losing your job. Without it, you might end up relying on credit cards with their sky-high interest rates. Now, how much should you save? The classic advice is 3 to 6 months of living expenses, and while that's ideal, there is a catch. If you're carrying a high-interest debt, aim for just 1 month of expenses first. This will cover most of your immediate bills in an emergency fund and keep you falling deeper into debt. It might not seem like much, but considering that over half of the Americans can't even afford a $1,000 emergency, having even 1 month of savings puts you ahead. Once this initial safety net is in place, shift your focus to tackling that high interest debt. Which brings us to step number 2, pay off high interest debt. Earning an 8 to 10% return in the stock market sounds great, but it's pointless if you're stuck paying 15 to 25% interest on high interest debts like credit card or personal loans. Let's be real, most people rack up these debts for one big and often regrettable reason, trying to look rich and impress others. They splurge on things they don't need or can't afford and end up with no savings. And when life throws curveball, they're back relying to credit cards. If you're carrying a high interest debt, make it your top priority to pay it off aggressively. Only then should you think about investing in stocks, real estate, or building a business. Sure, stock market is a fantastic long-term wealth builder, but paying off high interest debt is like getting a guaranteed tax-free return equal to the interest you're no longer paying. Seriously, it doesn't get any better than that. Even with an average stock market return of 10%, getting rid of that debt first is a smarter move. It gives you a more secure financial future, peace of mind, and extra breathing room to save, invest, or enjoy life guilt-free. And once that debt is gone, circle back to step 1 and bulk up your emergency fund. Aim for at least 5 months of living expenses. That's kind of like a sweet spot. Step number 3, employer match. An employer match is a program where if you contribute a portion of your income to a retirement fund, your employer contributes the same amount. It's like buy one, get one free deal for your future. Different countries have different names for these programs, like a 401k match in the US or an RRSP or DCPP match in Canada. Now here's the kicker, this is essentially free money for your retirement. While you can contribute as much as you like, your employers typically match up to a specific percentage of your income, usually between 3 to 7% depending on the company and your role in the organization. And it gets even better, your contributions are tax deductible. That means they don't count as taxable income, saving you money on taxes while you grow your retirement fund. Free money and a tax break, it's a no-brainer. Now hold on a minute. If you're already feeling a little smarter about your money moves, take a second to give this video a like. It costs you nothing, but it helps me a ton to keep bringing more valuable content like this. And now let's move on to the next step, investing with tax-advantaged accounts. This next step is to start investing, but with a twist. Use tax-advantaged accounts to make your money work smarter. If you're in the US, think about Roth IRA or 401k. In Canada, options like RRSP, TFSA, or FHSA are your go-to choices. Here's how it works. You deposit money into these accounts, then buy and sell investments like stocks, mutual funds, or ETFs within them. Each account has its own perk. For example, a TFSA or Roth IRA lets your investment returns grow completely tax-free. Meanwhile, 401k and RRSP contributions lower your taxable income now, and the taxes on your gains are deferred until retirement when you'll hopefully be in a lower tax bracket. The FHSA is perfect if you're saving for your first home, combining the benefits of both a TFSA and RRSP. Your gains are tax-free when you withdraw, and contributions are tax deductible, meaning they won't count as taxable income. It's a win-win all around. Step number 5, investing in broad market index funds. If you're new to the stock market, this is the simplest and safest way to get started. Look for broad market index fund ETFs like S&P 500 index fund like SPY, VOO, or VFV for the Canadian version, or a total stock market index fund ETF like VTI or VUN for Canada. These funds do exactly what their name suggests. They track the performance of a broad market index. The S&P 500 covers the top 500 companies in the US, while a total stock market index includes all publicly listed companies on the US stock market. This means your investment is automatically diversified across various sectors, with larger companies taking a bigger slice of the pie to reduce risk and stabilize your portfolio. Historically, these funds have delivered an average return of around 10% annually, or about 7% after adjusting for inflation. They're hands down the easiest, most reliable way to build a high-value portfolio and achieve long-term financial stability. Last but definitely not least, invest in yourself. This isn't a one-time step. It's an ongoing process that works alongside with all the other types of investments. When you invest in yourself, you're improving your life, boosting your earning potential, and increasing your market value. If you're earning close to minimum wage or just slightly above, it's often a sign that you're missing some key skills or knowledge. The best way to level up is by acquiring the qualifications needed for higher paying opportunities. Consider earning certifications, licenses, or specialized training that aligns with your career goals. These will not only make you more skilled, but also help you stand out as the top contender for a better job opportunity. It's an investment in your future that always pays off. So don't forget to invest in yourself, because you are your best asset. This approach might not seem very glamorous, but trust me, it works. Investing is a slow and steady process at first, but it takes off once your portfolio has had time to grow, thanks to the magic of compounding. And if you're not sure where to start, check out this video to learn about 15 assets that are making people rich, and I will see you there.